Hey, Brian, it's Zach from Tempt. How are you?
Hey, man. What's up?
How you doing?
Great. Great set yesterday. It was amazing, I tell you the truth. It really was. I try to pick out, favorite bands I like for the year and stuff like that. And I think you guys are number one,
Wow, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it really was. It was something special, especially the first time, me seeing Tempt. So
Yeah.
It was a good impression. I mean, I did interview Harrison back in 2014, and
Yes, that's right.
Under My Skin just came out and stuff like that, and you played Rocklahoma, and you haven't really looked back at all.
Absolutely. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, you went through one lineup change that I know of, the bass player.
Right.
But you haven't missed a step. It just seems like the band gets better and better and better each time. And, like I said, this is the first time me seeing you live. It's a total different concept from listening to a CD to seeing you guys live. But, it really lifts your spirit. Saying, they're good on vinyl or good on CD, but let's see how they are live. And, you raised the bar, man.
Thank you. No, that means a lot, and I think it speaks volumes. Excuse me, to the band members, and I think this is obviously the best lineup we've had. Chris and Nick are obviously amazing additions that we've added along the way, and obviously Harrison. I don't even have to tell you.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, it's. We're just having fun up there, and I'm glad you saw that and captured the energy.
Cool. Now you did open for Bon Jovi, I guess at the Garden.
Yes.
How was that?
That was crazy. That was insane. WBAB, this Long Island radio station, was looking for a local band to open for Bon Jovi, and Bon Jovi was doing that on the his entire tour. Which was amazing, and it's amazing that an artist like that can kind of pay it forward to newer bands and kind of give them this great opportunity to play a huge stage in an arena. So we submitted our music video for Under My Skin, and they picked us, and it was amazing. It was just an incredible experience, front to back. Bon Jovi's crew was incredible to us. John himself was very nice and took a picture with us and talked to us for a little bit. And then the entire experience was great. We got 20 minutes. Played 5 songs and tried to cram in as many songs as 20 minutes would allow us.
Right.
And went up there and kind of went from one song to the next because we wanted to make sure to let the music do the talking. And it was incredible. And honestly, being on the stage and seeing the huge crowd was incredible. But what really blew me away was the reaction we got after the show. We had a little meet and greet table set up outside our little backstage area. And we got there to, meet our family and friends and everyone. And there was just like a line of like hundreds of people waiting to meet us and get things signed and take pictures with us. So that was really neat and a really cool moment. And it was overall just an unforgettable experience.
Cool. Now, when you have to sign something, do you feel honored? Do you feel embarrassed? What do you feel?
I'm not embarrassed at all.
Right.
It's an honor that anyone would want anything signed by us. So
right.
So any of that is a complete honor, and I'm happy to do it. Never embarrassed at all.
Right. Now you did play Debonair recently, and you did Diane Lane's birthday party, and you played I think 6 Def Leppard songs.
We did.
Yeah, the band big influence on Def Leppard?
Absolutely, yeah. That's especially me and Harrison. They were one of the bands that kind of united us, and that we really vibed on together. They're an amazing band. Diana was doing a cool thing for her birthday. She had a couple different bands, 4 bands, and each band was covering a band from the 80s, and we got Def Leppard because she knows we love them. And yeah, so we did a Def Leppard song. I think we threw in a Bon Jovi song as well because that was our first show after the Garden, so we wanted to do a little Bon Jovi tribute. But yeah, we did Def Leppard songs. It was really fun. I mean, they're hard to sing, so that was definitely a challenge for me. But it was a great time, and it's always fun to play another band's music.
Cool. Now, Bob Held is your sound man?
Yeah.
And he also worked with Joy Lynn Turner. Was there any relationship between Bob Held and you getting him to do sound?
Yeah, we played at a place called Carroll Place on Bleecker Street, and Bobby was the sound guy there, and he did our sound there, and we have connections with him, and he's fantastic. He does our sound also. Night Bob, the legendary Night Bob, does our sound too. So we have two pretty incredible sound engineers that work with us, and yeah, Bobby does sound as well for Joy Lynn Turner. So. That connection was easy, and great to play with Joy Lynn too. I mean, he's such a pro.
Right. Yeah. I've seen him quite a bit of times. He's always a great guy. You also
always brings it.
Yeah. You also supported Dan Reed Network. What's your relationship with them?
We knew Dan Reed. One of our producers actually was friendly with Dan from back in the day. And Dan's amazing, just a really, really incredible performer. And his songs are great. And we did support Dan back a couple of years ago. We were actually, funny enough, supposed to play with the Dan Reed Network on the same night as our MSG show. But when we got the MSG show, we had to pick that one. So Dan Reed played at Arlene's Grocery and that night, and we would have been on that bill with them. But we got to play the Garden, and then we hung out with Dan after the show, so it was all good. But yeah, he's such a pro. I mean, like his stage moves and everything. He's a huge influence. I've really gotten into their music.
Cool. Now let's get to the Gramercy show. You guys played about half hour, 40 minutes?
Yeah, we put together about a 45-minute set. Yeah.
Right. And you included a Queen track and a Def Leppard track. How's the band get together and decide what cover to do?
I think it's a number of different things. Obviously, there's the live component, and then there's the recorded. We did videos for both the Def Leppard song and the We Will Rock You, the fast version. So, obviously, not many people actually know about the fast version of We Will Rock You, or at least not many rock fans. So people thought it was an original adaptation that we made when it really wasn't. Cool. So people thought that was kind of funny. And people and for live, I mean, it's such a you saw it's such an easy song to sing along to, and everyone knows the words. So we figured it would get a great reaction live. And then Women by Def Leppard. Another fun one we like to do. It's actually I know it's one of Harrison's favorite songs on the record. I think it actually is Harrison's favorite song off Hysteria, and it's a fun song to play live. It has a cool vibe, especially in a bigger room like Gramercy.
Right.
So that's kind of what we take into account, and we kind of try to see what would sound best, what would be. It all depends on the set list and what we think our fans and everyone would like best. So we pick those two pretty strategically.
Right, cool. Now, I guess your latest video is Roses?
Yeah, so we do have a video for Roses. We just released a single. It's out everywhere you can listen to music, Apple Music, everywhere. You can buy it on iTunes as well, Amazon. So yeah, we just did a video for Roses. It's out on our YouTube page along with our other videos and everything. But yeah, that's our newest one.
Cool. It's a great track too, because you played it live last night, and
thank you.
It was amazing. You've been releasing single songs and stuff. Are you working on an album yet?
Yeah. So we are working on an album. We have some songs recorded. We're honestly trying to figure out the best way to put these songs out. Whether it's doing a couple singles, whether it's doing an EP, whether it's doing an entire album, because we do have the material ready. So right now we're kind of in the midst of strategically figuring out what would be the best way to get our music to our fans and everyone, whether that's singles or an EP. So we're working on it. We're thinking on it right now.
Right. So everything that you put out so far, is everything in-house independent?
Yeah. So the first record was put out with Rock Candy Records, and now we've been doing pretty much independent stuff. I mean, we record everything ourselves. It's all pretty much done in-house at our studio or at one of our houses. I mean, we all contribute to that. Nick and Harrison in particular are really great producers, both of them, and are obviously very lucky to be able to have band members that are that good at that. And, you know, we all collaborate on the songwriting process and everything. So, yeah, everything's pretty much done in-house.
Cool, cool. Now, back to Gramercy. Did you ever think about taking your jacket off last night? 'Cause it was hot as hell.
It was, man. Listen, it was. And it's funny because that was the exact outfit I wore at MSG. And I was, you know, obviously was super hot up there. And, you know, I did think about it, but, you know, you kind of have to keep up the image. So I sacrificed being a little extra sweaty to keep up the image and to keep the jacket on. But I definitely thought about it. I felt a little faint at times. I'm not going to lie.
I was surprised you didn't go to the side and get some oxygen and stuff because you were like nonstop. You know, like
oh yeah,
I'd have been on the floor.
Absolutely.
You know, so
I know it's a lot of energy. Yeah.
You know, you got a show coming up with Punky Meadows. Tell me a little bit about that and your feelings towards Mr. Meadows.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic. I think it's going to be a great show. We're doing that with Diana Lane. She got us those shows. We're doing 2 shows with him, I believe. We're doing one in Long Island on the 21st of September, and then one on the 23rd in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, which will be great shows. I mean, it's an honor to play with him, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. We actually haven't played a show in Long Island yet. We were supposed to play one last Sunday, but it got rained out. So this will be our first Long Island show. And we also haven't played a show in Pennsylvania, so that'll be our first Pennsylvania show. So we're doing a couple firsts, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right. You got any other shows coming up you like to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. We're playing New York again on September 15th at Arlene's Grocery. That's going to be a great show. More of an intimate venue than the Gramercy Theater, so we're definitely going to pack it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Always a great venue, one of my favorites to play.
Right. Wow. Any plans for the rest of the year?
Yeah, just continuing to, you know, we're going to be releasing some new videos coming up. Obviously, there's going to be new music coming out. A lot of the songs that you heard last night that haven't been released will be getting released. And then we're going to be doing a lot more shows and everything. Just kind of look for us, you know, stay tuned on our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything. We have a ton of YouTube content as well as other social media content that we'll be putting out, that is already out. And yeah, just look for us. You know, we'll be out and about. So there's definitely some exciting stuff coming up.
Cool. Like playing New York, you get people coming from all parts of the country, out of the country, you know, abroad and stuff like that. And like last night, there was a guy there from Norway, and he loved you guys. Now he's going to go back to Norway and tell everybody, check this band out. That got to be an amazing feeling.
It really is. I mean, just to talk to people after the show that have traveled, or even, you know, even coming from like Long Island or something, all of it means a lot to us. And the fact, you know, yeah, that people are coming in from all parts of the world and different countries and different states and everything, it means a whole lot. So that's definitely one of the cooler things is talking to people after the show and finding out where they're from and, you know, where they came from and everything. So that's a lot of fun.
Cool. Well, Zach, thanks a lot for the interview. Great talk. Great seeing you live again. That was my first time. I'm sure there'll be plenty more for me, at least me, I know. You know, so congratulations. Hopefully we get to hear new music coming up. And would you like to say anything to fans out there?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time. And, yeah, to the fans, just thank you so much for all your support. You know, it obviously means so much to us. Your likes, comments, shares on our Instagram and our social media everywhere just means the world. You know, it's because of you guys that our video got retweeted by Def Leppard. People were tweeting them and Facebooking them and everything. And you know, same thing that happened with the Bon Jovi contest. People voted for us and, you know, told the radio station that they wanted us to be there. So the fan support just means the world. You stick with us. We're going to be doing some really exciting stuff. Come along for the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we appreciate all the support. Keep yourselves posted by going to our social media pages.
Thanks a lot, Zach. Congratulations, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Brian. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.